The Academy is indeed fortunate to have the highly charismatic and debonair real estate tycoon Niranjan Hiranandani as its new chairman. As you all know, he took over the reins from the founder, Mr. Nanik Rupani, this very day last year. This down-to-earth gentleman with a heart of gold and a gut of steel juggles several responsibilities with relative ease, be it running his real estate empire or the multi-speciality Hiranandani Hospital, serving on boards and committees of several government bodies, chambers of commerce, private religious and social institutions, rehabilitating slums, or being president of the Hyderabad Sindh National Collegiate Board. He truly believes the bigger the challenge, the greater the opportunity. His enthusiasm in whatever he undertakes is highly contagious. He often jokes about how he has named his children Priya and Darshan after the name Priyadarshni. Let's hear it for our chairman, Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani.
Wonderful people on the dais and wonderful people in the audience. It's so difficult to really name everybody because we'll spend the whole afternoon naming such lovely people. But I can say one thing, plus what I have done after becoming chairman of Priyadarshni, that I have the largest number of ladies on the dais ever in the history of 30 years. And the best part is, my wife, Kamal, refuses to sit upstairs, so she is enjoying all this thing to look from down. Thank you very much, everybody, for being on this wonderful occasion of Priyadarshni Academy, which has created great history. History in terms of doing social work, doing cultural work, bringing great artists to the fold, music, dance, scholarship, students, education. All this in 30 years. But you know, it's always glitter that gets seen. The glitter and shine on the lovely, beautiful clothes. But glitter and shine of this award function, which you have been kind enough to come to, and the wonderful people on the dais who have come not only from India, but all over the world. Today we miss two of our wonderful giants today, Nitin Gadkari and Mr. Piyush Goyal. Both are stuck at Delhi airport. And I thought the ministers were always exempt. But the times have changed. No priorities are given. The Chinese premier closes the airport and no exceptions are made. In the good old days, all ministers had exceptions. Unfortunately, those exceptions have changed. And we are missing two of the giants of Mumbai, Maharashtra and India. Nitin Gadkari, who made the flyovers of Mumbai, who made the Bombay-Pune road within 3 years, a wonderful person, and if he was over here, I would have taken the commitments which he says, from 4 kilometers of roads, national highways a day, he is committed to do 30 kilometers per day. So let us, in absentia, wish him the very best and give him a very big hand. Piyush Goyal, I know him as a young friend of the academy and as well as this city. So most of the people know him and can black slap him, and also the lovely pujas that he has of Ganesh. Many of us were visitors to his house. This man is in trouble. Why is he in trouble? He's a minister, but all ministers seem to be in trouble today. His prime minister has committed that in 5 years' time we are going to have 24/7 power, not only in Mumbai. Mumbai he has, because he's already from Mumbai. But he's going to give it all over the country. And he's working 24/7 for that. So let us also in absentia wish him on behalf of all of us the very best to achieve what the Prime Minister of this country and our beloved ministers to do. But there is a very quiet, wonderful person that we have over here, and he refuses even to wear a jacket. He is none other than Mr. Suresh Prabhu, the Minister of Power in the previous government when the changes took place, And today, he told me not to share with you that he's going to have too many important positions and jobs, because like every other person, he may be put on job and he'll have to answer it. But let me assure you, if there is one person who can make a change in this country in terms of infrastructure, it is Mr. Suresh Prabhu, and I wish him the very best for all the endeavors that you are going to do. And thank you for being on my right side. So when I'm sitting there, you are on my right, and it'll be wonderful to have a great person. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a great pause in this program just now. And I want your pardon for doing so. The pardon is because I have the honor, I have the privilege, and I have the benefaction and blessings to have my guru over here today, Dada J.P. Vaswani. Dada J.P. Vaswani, one of the most humble persons in the entire world. Dada has come separate from the dais because he seeks not to take the award, but he seeks to give blessings to us. And he has come here today in a special position. I asked him, I said, I've become a chairman. Can you not make exceptions for somebody like me? Because in his entire life of only 96 years, he has never accepted an award. And Dada has been kind enough. Nita, the same way you made an exception of coming and receiving award for Mukesh Ambani, Dada has said that he is also willing to accept the award today as an exception in his whole life. So Dada, thank you so much for this wonderful position that we enjoy today. Dada's learnedness, knowledge, gyan, but most of all is humility. I have yet to see a guru who is as humble as him. A teacher with devotion and peace, second to none. I am of course biased, but let me share with you that this bias is not untold to the people who know him. He has a special flavor of devotion and character, which I assure you, if you listen to him and when you listen to him, will make that little difference in your life, as it has done in my own life too. He has taught us what Dr. Mashalkar talks about. Inclusion, but inclusion in a different manner. Inclusion in terms of living life in its completeness, in its familyness, in inclusiveness of all people of humanity, one and all, small and big, father and son, and that will make a difference to all yours and our lives and the lives of this great country. Because it's not only monetary, it's not only money, it's not only power, it's not only position, but it's that inclusiveness that has made a difference in my life. And I assure you that with his blessings today, every soul sitting over here will have that wonderful difference which will make a difference in your entire life. Thank you, Dada, for being over here. There is people who do a lot of work, but there is a gentleman, a sir, who has come from Bangladesh, who doesn't do an NGO, but does a big NGO. He has only 100,000 people working for him. And he reaches out only to millions of people in Bangladesh. And when I asked him this afternoon, how do you do it? It's very simple, he said, because Bangladesh needs it. So I had to do it. This is the simple answer of this wonderful and great man who makes a paradigm of change for this entire country and an example to us. Thank you, sir, for coming over here to receive this award in person. And I think this is wonderful. There is a wonderful other lady who has joined us here today. Julia Moret. This lady runs the Miss World. Let us give her a big hand. You've seen all the Miss Worlds in the world, and she does that entirety of it, and she has come over here, and I had lunch with her. And she says, beauty is of no use without a purpose. Julia, thank you very much. Because this is something which we all have to understand. Beauty, power, money and position has no meaning till you don't have a purpose. And surprisingly, it's the person who does the beauty pageant, who runs the greatest show on earth, who has that thought that it is not beauty, but unless beauty doesn't have a purpose. Congratulations and thank you very much for coming here today, for creating this thought and all that. Of course, we have the other lovely, lovely ladies. And we don't have just a lovely lady. We just have Miss World with us. Thank you for the most beautiful woman in the world to come to us and honor us by joining us on the stage. Nani Krupani is enjoying it because he's on his right. So she's sitting on his right. So I think that's a wonderful thing. And let's understand what a lucky guy he is. Even though he's a past, what do you say? Chairman continuing over there more than just the chairman who's sitting over here. I want to thank a special lady again. Rajeshwari Billa. What a wonderful person to have here in our presence. What a wonderful person. She does so much charity, so much great work. We are extremely grateful to you. We are going to tell you all the good things that she is doing, but we are honored. Thank you so much for coming over here today because of the special relationship that we have with her and a special reason that she does such beautiful, lovely work and continues to do it all the time. There is a person whom I have the greatest respect for. He just happens to be the richest man in this country. No guesses. No guesses for you to guess that wonderful name. His name is none other than Mr. Mukesh Ambani. So congratulations to him. I had the opportunity of one day flying to Jamnagar with him. He took me in his private plane and he took me on that flight. And he said that in the next 18 months, I'm going to spend only 20,000 crores on putting up this project. I was, of course, taken aback about the enormity of this project. And I said, you know, he's so rich, so he can make such a big project. Where is the problem? 20,000 crores sounded big money to me. Even that time, even today it's big money. But that time it was huge. And then I asked him a few questions about the project. You know, I was curious and I was interested. He says, do you know it's the cheapest project in the world? What? 20,000 crores cheapest? And he said, yes. And I asked him, how is it the cheapest project? And he said, very simple. Normally, in 20,000 crores, you can make a project of 10 million liters or gallons of petrol can be processed. I will make only 50,000 liters per day of petrol to be processed in the same amount of 20,000 crores. So it is actually the cheapest grassroots refinery in the whole world. Can you imagine a man who is the richest in the world, who has the most money in the world, who we would think would splurge, would waste money, we would not understand economy and efficiency, made this project at 1/5 of the entire cost. Kudos to this man. In absentia, he had to rush away. But of course, he sent a wonderful lady over here. So I'm not so disturbed, though a little unhappy. but not so disturbed because I have the wonderful lady Neeta Ambani, who is a person in her own right. But Neeta, today you proxy for him. On another occasion, I'm sure you will receive an award for your own beautiful merits you do besides the lovely looks that you have. You may even compete for the competition which Julia runs over there in London, and maybe that could be another one where you will have another award and reward that you will possibly receive. Thank you very much for being what it is. Nanik, I don't know how to say thank you to you, but I think he's given me a lot of pleasure in taking up this work. We do a lot of work, but we have a lot of fun. So thank you very much, Nanik, for the wonderful things that you have done for 30 years, and thank you for agreeing to be with me and continue to do most of the work while I get a lot of credit for this whole thing. So thank you, Poonam. She was our Miss India. And thank you for being over here, and wonderfully to see you here today. We also have Miss India. Where is she? Miss India, welcome her. And we wish all these wonderful ladies to come back again and again. And I'm sure next time, Kamal, my wife, will join me on the dais also. I tried and tried, but she didn't agree. But please, next time, do come on the stage. You can see that the stage has wonderful people and wonderful other people who are there. But thank you, all my lovely friends, for being over here. Huh? I can't. He is only the person I cannot speak very little. Dr. Mashalkar. All the people who win these awards have to pass through the rigor of Dr. Mashalkar. So all of you award winners have to thank him for having chosen this exceptional people. Dr. Mashalkar is the greatest innovator in this country and probably in the entire world. But he has something different to say. And he said this several times to me. He is also my guru. He said that it is not enough to have innovation. I thought innovation is a damn good thing. He says, no, innovation must be accompanied by passion, compassion, and also inclusion. Dr. Mashalkar, he is a scientist which has made the paradigm change in this entire country. A paradigm not of only science, but to be able to create and make that change wherein the benefit of that change will go to the poorest. And that is the wonderful thing that we are proud of you, sir. Proud of you to be the chairman of this award committee, but proud of you as an Indian par excellence, where we will always emulate your example. Thank you very, very much for the wonderful things that I've said. Thank you very much, Nayan, Bonli, all the other people over here. And I'm having great fun being over here in the company of all these wonderful people. May the awards function go on. Reena, thank you very much for all this wonderful thing. And I'm sorry I overwent the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hiranandani. I think you've made my job a lot simpler now by introducing the awardees already, so that will speed up things.
Wonderful people on the dais and wonderful people in the audience. It's so difficult to really name everybody because we'll spend the whole afternoon naming such lovely people. But I can say one thing, plus what I have done after becoming chair.
The Academy is indeed fortunate to have the highly charismatic and debonair real estate tycoon Niranjan Hiranandani as its new chairman. As you all know, he took over the reins from the founder, Mr. Nanik Rupani, this very day last year. This down-to-earth gentleman with a heart of gold and a gut of steel juggles several responsibilities with relative ease, be it running his real estate empire or the multi-speciality Hiranandani Hospital, serving on boards and committees of several government bodies, chambers of commerce, private, religious, and social institutions, rehabilitating slums, or being president of the Hyderabad Sindh National
Chairman of Priyadarshni, that I have the largest number of ladies on the dais ever in the history of 30 years. And the best part is, my wife, Kamal, refuses to sit upstairs, so she is enjoying all this thing to look from down. Thank you very much.
National Collegiate Board. He truly believes the bigger the challenge, the greater the opportunity. His enthusiasm in whatever he undertakes is highly contagious. He often jokes about how he has named his children Priya and Darshan after the name Priyadarshni. Let's hear it for our chairman, Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani.